Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is October the 22nd, 2021, and today the topic is the battle within. Good morning, y'all. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Um, hey, if I get right on into it, basically, I pretty much was reflecting this morning about the battle between spirit and flesh and spirit. I think that I've been rather transparent of my own battles, right? My own mental struggles with, I guess, all these things. But I don't know. I guess today is more focused on the flesh, the verses that I came across this morning. So, yeah, I guess that's what I'm reflecting on today. As for yesterday, everything went well. It was a pretty chill day. Didn't have too much like to dos in particular. Um, Obviously, I guess I was having my mental battles and whatnot, but I felt like I got a lot of confirmations yesterday. For one, I had an awesome conversation with one of my cousins. We talked for hours, and it was good because in a lot of ways she confirmed some things for me, and hopefully I was able to encourage her. And yeah, it was a beautiful thing, right? Because on one hand, again, to receive confirmations and to feel like, okay, wow, this is confirming to me I'm on the right track. It's confirming to me that I'm doing something right? Um, but on the flip side, I can't lie. Eventually towards the end of the day, I'm still wondering again, like, okay, well, am I doing enough? I could do more on top of what I'm doing, and everything like that. Now I don't know if that's leaning to my own understanding. Not sure. But I'm just gonna, I guess, reflect on it a little bit today and see what I can do and see and find, and we'll see what the Lord do. We'll see what the Lord do, because He'll open and close whatever doors He want to open and close. So that's kind of where I'm at with my own mental battle, right? This struggle of flesh and spirit. But I do have another thing I want to tell you all. I just want to take this time to give a shout out to my mother, Evangelist Evelyn Ann Adams Sims O'Neill. If you all can and will, I hope that you all celebrate with me because we found out officially. Um, we found out yesterday that she has published her first book, so I am super excited for her. Obviously, we'll let her share, more about it and everything like that. But I want to at least acknowledge it and say that, congratulations to my mother for reaching this goal. And, she's working on more. I feel like it's the first of many. And super excited for her. And, I know she kept thanking me, and I just was like, hey, Ma, at the end of the day, it's, God put these things in front of me to be able to learn this stuff, and the people that I've met and all these different things that assisted us with the process and whatnot. So it's like, I'm glad that, I guess to be in the place to be able to do it, to be able to assist her in this way. And so, speaking of that, shout out to, my guys in Pakistan. Again, I wish I had a link for y'all. I might have to throw up their Fiverr link or something like that if you all are interested in their services, because they have done amazing work for us, and I say us because, me, my mom, I got them to do some work for my husband at one point. So they have done a phenomenal job for us. So if that's something you're interested in, getting assistance with editing and everything like that, creating logos, whatever, you might want to hit up those gentlemen, and I might need to put their links up. But their names is Sammy and Arsal, and we are greatly appreciative of them and um, their skills and their things that they've done to assist us with all of our goals and dreams and things. So, and these tangible visions that God has given us. So yeah, so man, that again, something else that should be confirmation, something else that should be something for me to hold on to and say, hey, I'm on the right track, and everything like that. However, again, like I told you guys, and I think I told y'all at the show yesterday, but I'm human, you know what I'm saying? I'm human, and I doubt, I wonder, um and all those things too. And like I said, not only do I feel like I have a flesh and spirit battle, right? But I also feel like I have a faith and work battle. Because I understand you need both, right? We're supposed to be doing both. And because of that, it's like, okay, well, I don't want to, I want to make sure I'm doing the work, um, and everything like that. And so if there's a way for me to do more work, um, I mean, now I don't know if that, I mean, well, it depends. Like if I don't know. I don't know. That's a whole nother thing. So let's focus. Let's focus on the juice, right? Okay. So if I go to this subject of the battle within, and like I said, the focus being the flesh, I noticed as I was putting these verses into the note section or the go deeper section, that most of it is in most of it is in Romans, and it was like the same section. It just, I had it jumbled, and I didn't realize that all of them was, it was like Romans. So technically they're just jumbled, but I technically could have been like, oh, it's going to be Romans 8, 5 through 8, because all those verses are in there, alongside another verse that I came across as well. But here we go. So Romans 8 and 8 says, those who are in the flesh cannot please God. Well, off the bat, right off the bat is letting us know, I guess technically where our mind should be, right? Because if we're in the flesh, we cannot please God. So it seems as if we should not be entertaining the flesh. Now, I mean, I was going to define the flesh for you all today and all of that. I mean, I did look up some things, but it was kind of throwing me off, and not, I didn't necessarily understand, because it was like focused on, um I guess, like the human body, but then also it just wasn't making sense to me, or I just didn't go deeper with it because my mind was already over the place. So y'all can define flesh, right, and go find the biblical definition of flesh and all this to, if you would like to. But yeah, I think those that read the Bible, you understand what it's meaning, but when it says the flesh, versus the spirit, right? So, but again, we can all go deeper about that. But let me share with you this next verse I came across, Romans 8 and 6. It says, for to set the mind on the flesh is death, but to set the mind on the spirit is life and peace. Now, I will say, now, just just by me and sharing my battles within, right? I'm over here like, anytime that I'm setting my mind on like the things that I'm doing for God, and feeling as if, all right, Lord, I see the blessings, I see the things you're doing, I feel like I'm on the right track. Anytime my mind is on that, I'm at peace. I'm at peace. But anytime my mind is on like the physical, right, or the flesh, or the things of like earthly issues and worries and all of that, then I don't have the peace. So I mean, I could just say, even in my own life, I've seen this, and I try, right, I try to keep my mind on the spirit and spiritual things and whatnot, to and try to stay at peace. um but I guess that, being a human and living on earth and dealing with all the issues of life and all these different things, kind of, I guess, drag me back into the, again, the issues of the flesh and whatnot. So again, finding balance with that, right? We gotta somehow find some balance with that. At least for me, I feel like I do. Thank you to whoever's watching live. I appreciate the love. I see the heart. Thank you for tuning in. Now then I came across Galatians 5:66. It says, "But I say, walk by the Spirit, and you will not gratify the desires of the flesh." Okay, well, here we go. You know what I mean? Not only do I need to keep my mind on the Spirit, I need to be walking by the Spirit. And as I do that, I'm not going to be gratifying the desires of the flesh. But y'all know desires of the flesh. I'm sure it's probably pulling on us and all that. So how can we do this? How can we walk in the Spirit more? Like, I think that's my question for myself today. Like, how can I just stay focused on the Spirit and try not to allow the flesh to control me or pull me in that direction? I gotta go deeper with y'all. I gotta go deeper myself. Let me see. Did I? Oh no, wait. Bless you those who live according to the Spirit, set their minds on the things of the Spirit. Yeah. Did I just share that? No, I didn't. Romans 8:5. It says, "For those who live according to the flesh set their minds on the things of the flesh, but those who live according to the Spirit set their minds on the things of the Spirit." um, yeah, I mean, again, this is something that we actively should do and everything like that. But again, I don't know if I'm the only one asking the question today. But yeah, the question is like, how can we do this? Like, how can we set our minds on the things of the Spirit at all times and live that way? Being in the flesh. I mean, hey, I don't know. Whoever's watching live, you got some advice for me? And throw it in the comments. If you know a way we can do this. I mean, obviously, I believe that by reading God's word and focusing on it and all those things are ways we could do that, right? But and then maybe even like I was telling y'all the other day, Papa Ray's 5 steps. I think taking each thought captive, that will help with assist with that as well. If there's more to do, then hopefully we all figure it out. Romans 8:7, it says, "For the mind that is set on the flesh is hostile to God, for it does not submit to God's law. Indeed, it cannot." Well, I mean, again, we can see that all around us as well. Um, yeah, when our mind is set on the flesh, it becomes hostile to God, and it don't submit to God's law and whatnot. This kind of reminds me of one of the conversations I chimed in on in the group Let's Be Clear. I was telling y'all about it the other day, and people were like, "Oh," I guess talking about a certain issue, and I just was like, "Okay, so are we gonna consider the biblical view or not?" You know what I mean? Because if we're not gonna consider the biblical view, then I mean, not to say there's no need for me to share my 2 cents, but it's like the issue boils down to that at the end of the day. So if you're someone that don't acknowledge that, then you're gonna forever see issues in this area, and that's what it boils down to. So yeah, I mean, but again, sometimes if we're so focused on the flesh, then we're setting, as it says here, we're hostile to God, and then we can't submit to God's law. So hey man, I guess again, focusing on the Spirit. I know that there's an ongoing battle within. It's a battle for our mind. It's a battle between flesh and spirit all the time. But I hope today, I guess, by reflecting on this idea of what it looks like to allow the flesh to win, I hope that it helps all of us understand today that, hey, perhaps that's not the way to go. We need to be focusing more so on the Spirit and get some of that peace and all that stuff that I know I desire myself. So hey, that I'm gonna let that marinate today. That is the juice. That is the juice. The Bible verse today is Matthew 6:19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and thieves break through and steal." friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. And those of you all that are listening to me on the podcast, just a heads up, today is Friday, so you guys can tune in to an episode of God, Sex, and Love, the talk show tonight. What should be airing this evening is the chat with Mr. Dave Segal. It is our chat. We're talking about the sexual revolution. And yeah, it is the entire conversation. So be on the lookout for that. Again, 7 p.m. tonight on our Facebook and on our YouTube. And yes, eventually on GodSexandLove.com. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Facebook, YouTube, the person that tuned in live, I really do appreciate you for taking out the time to listen to your girl on today. I hope that you're encouraged and inspired by all of this. I thought that the Bible verse of today was kind of interesting as well, because again, I felt like it kind of coordinated with the topic, which I'm like, all right, Lord, I see what you did there. Because again, we focus so much on earthly things, and we focus so much on the things of we need to focus on things of the spirit. We focus so much on, I guess, getting treasures here and doing all the things here, and then we're but it tells us here not to lay up for ourselves treasures on earth, because at the end of the day, as people say, you can't take it with you know what I'm saying. You know it basically says what happens to these things. Moths and rust get to it, you know what I mean? Or, thieves will come and get it or something like that. I mean, or even, to the point where, okay, maybe things can pass down through your family and whatnot. But either way, I guess when you're gone, you can't enjoy any of those things. So again, laying up the treasures in the spirit. Well, from my understanding, it's just one of those things that goes beyond like earthly treasure. So again, just something to think about, something to just let marinate on our hearts, souls, and minds today. Again, I get that the battle within is tough. Again, I go through it all the time, still just mentally battling, like, oh, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, should I do this? Am I working enough? So hey, I hope that you guys pray for me as well. But that's all I have this morning. I hope again that you are encouraged and inspired. Anybody that watches, shout out to you, and I appreciate you tuning in to, I guess, not only GSL content, but I see that you tune into my YouTube content in general. So I appreciate you for that and your commentary and whatnot. So shout out to you, and yeah, man, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna go and see, what the Lord has me to do on today. I mean, again, I'm probably still gonna like just look up and see like additional things to do alongside the things I'm doing, but we'll see. Again, we'll see what the Lord do. I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm gonna try to focus on the things of the spirit, right? All right. But until next time, like I said, y'all, hope y'all guys, whoever's watching, and also, whoever watches in the future or whatnot, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to talking to y'all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye-bye.